Welcome to another edition of Sound Advice. And we're going to get into part 3 of a static mix and another technique that you can use in obtaining a static mix. We already talked about how to use the loudest instrument in the song to be able to obtain a static mix. We also talked about using pink noise as a way to obtain a static mix. And in this last one, we're going to talk about using gain in order to obtain a static mix. And what I mean by when I say using gain is that just when you turning down the track by certain dBs. And we're going to look at and give sound examples of -6 dB, -12 dB, -18 dB, and -24 dB that you could use in order to achieve a static mix. And out of the three, this is the most quickest way in order to get level control in your mix, as far as what you need to be able to hear and listen to before you start that processing. So I just want to pause for a second and just say, if you've been liking what you've been seeing, please hit that like button. And if you want to continue on this journey on this channel of sound advice, please hit that subscribe button. And to stay up to date, to stay current of what's going on the channel, hit that notification bell. All right, so we're going to get into how to get a static mix by just using gain. Okay, so if this interests you, stay tuned, and I'll be right back with how to obtain a static mix by using gain. Okay, welcome back, and here we are with part 3 in PreSonus Studio One of how to obtain a static mix. Now, this is another different way of how to do this, and what we're going to do is we're going to use -6 dB, -12 dB, -18 dB, and -24 dB in order to obtain a static mix. And what this is how it's different. We're not using pink noise. We're not using the loudest instrument. All we're doing is slapping. Right now, what I have is -6 dB of gain on all the tracks, and then we're just going to go through and listen to each level of dB of turning it down as we go through the progression of showing you this other way of how to obtain a static mix. And also, I just want you to know as well, you don't have to use some type of gain plugin for this one. You can use your faders, where you just put your faders at -6, -12, -18, and -24. You just use your faders. So I just want to make that clear as well, that you can just use your faders if you want to. But like I say, I like to use my my mix tool to control my gain. Okay, so right now all the tracks are at a -6 dB, and I'm going to play this section of the song at a -6 dB, because this is where all the instruments are in, and you want to hear everything, vocals, everything. You want to hear everything in order to obtain that static mix. So let me play this portion of the song real quick at -6 dB.
You can hear him saying, "Woman, you can put that righteous mess on hold, 'cause I can stand up on my own." You can hear her pleading,
I'm going to be bringing in the -6 dB. I'm going to be bringing that in and out as well, so you could hear the difference.
I was only trying to help, so you can go to hell. Put love in a bag of dope in your grocery cart. In any universe, she'd still have given him her heart. They were all
okay. So we that was at -6. Now we're going to turn off -6, and now we're going to go, all tracks are at -12 dB of gain. Okay, so now let's listen to at -12. I'm going to bring him in and out once again.
You can hear him saying, woman, you can put that righteous mess on hold, 'cause I can stand up on my own. You can hear her pleading, Dan, now I was only trying to help, so you can go to hell. Put love in a bag of dope in your grocery cart.
Okay, so that was at -12. Now we're going to go to -18 dB. Like I said, once again, this is on all the tracks. Okay, and let's hit play.
You can hear him saying, woman, you can put that righteous mess on hold, 'cause I can stand up on my own. You can hear her pleading, Dan, now I was only trying to help, so you can go to hell. Put love in a bag of dope in your grocery cart. In any universe, you'd still
Okay, and lastly, we will look at -24 dB on all the channels. Okay, well, not look at, but we'll listen to.
You can hear him saying, woman, you can put that righteous mess on hold, 'cause I can stand up on my own. You can hear her pleading, Dan, now I was only trying to help, so you can go to hell. Put love in a bag of dope in your grocery cart. In any universe, you'd still have given him her heart. They were always meant to be, and that's the truth.
Okay, and that is the -24 dB. Now, with this method, it's a little faster. It's a little faster because all you're doing is you're just slapping on all the channels, at a -6. I'm just picking one, and you just have it on, or you use your fader and you turn it down to -6, all the channels, the -6, and you work from there. Okay. Now the importance is that it helps to keep, in balance with what we already have discussed, to keep your levels at a balance and to where you can be able to hear what the song needs in the mixing stage. So for me, I was kind of leaning towards, with this method, I was kind of leaning towards the -12 dB, but that's just me. That's my ears. That's for my taste that I would tackle this song with a static mix at a -12 on all the tracks and start from there. But it may be for you, it may be -18, it could be -6, it could be -24. It all depends on you. But this is just one more way to show how you can achieve a static mix. And this is going to end this series of how to achieve a static mix, and the and what I feel the importance of having that static mix. Like I said, if doing a static mix is not for you, that's fine. That great. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you didn't really have a clear understanding, or you didn't know how to go about getting a static mix, because you are interested in getting a static mix, and hopefully this video has shown, this series have shown you the that how a static mix can help you in achieving your goals of that radio ready sound when the client, or if you're doing it yourself, but that radio ready sound, that finish mix of that radio ready sound, that it sounds professional, it sounds ready to go. And this, I use a static mix in order to achieve that. I'm not going to say which one I use, because I don't want to show favoritism one over the other one. All three are ways to achieve what you need to do, and which one that you do use, that's on you. You pick which one you want to use. But anyway, that's how to achieve a static mix. This is the last way that I know, the three different ways that I know how to achieve a static mix. So hopefully one of these ways will help you in your workflow when you want to achieve a static mix. All right, we're going to go back up top and close it out. And hopefully this was helpful and insightful for you.
Okay, that conclude this series that we did on how to obtain a static mix. And I hope that some more clarity, better understanding about a static mix, I hope I was able to come across in a way that it was helpful to those that needed that kind of understanding. And even for the ones that did have somewhat of understanding, but it brought some more clarity to you. I hope that I have achieved that, because that was my goal. And also, I just wanted to give you, 3 techniques of how this can be done. Not just one way, and that's just the way that I want to show you. But I want to show you 3 ways that this can be done. So hopefully one of these techniques you will be able to use in your mix. Like I said, if you don't use any of the techniques, still listen to the music before you do anything as far as processing. Just listen to the music, and because that's what will help you more than any plugin will help you. Remember, the plugins that we use, they're tools, and like a static mix, that's a technique, to help us to get to our end goals. So, but the number one thing I hope you take away is that we got to listen. We got to listen to the music. So I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if this is something that what I'm bringing to this channel, if this is something that you like, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And if you want to keep up with this content that I'm continuing to give out, hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time that I drop a video. So once again, I'm Jeff. This is Sound Advice, and we'll see you on the next one.